Hello everyone, this is the Mermaid Oracle and I'm bringing you the weekly reading for the divine masculine and feminine energies for the week of 4/22 through the first week of May. And it has definitely been more roller coaster energy as we've gone through the full moon and then the last quarter. And next week that I'm reading for here is having a new moon at the end of it. So it's a lot of energy. And I do feel for a lot of people that, like myself, you've also been going through a roller coaster where it's like up 1 minute, down the next. So we're just gonna get into it. And this is for the feminines. They have potential. And the masculines. And that is resonating with the Hierophant card. And this is really just saying that, or the Emperor rather, although the Hierophant as well, that the feminines are stepping into their potential and the masculines are really starting to cultivate that divine energy. And I feel like this is for both sides. With the Page of Cups, there could be children involved, but really what I'm seeing here is that both of their imaginations have been struck up against, or struck up again. I can't talk this week. And they're both experiencing like younger, well, maybe not younger, but like more youthful, sort of innocent energy. There's recognition going on the masculine side. And for the feminines, stepping into that sense of loyalty. And while that could mean with the masculine, I'm really getting the sense more that that is with themselves, trying to be loyal to themselves. Because the feminines have had a lot of internal conflict going on with them. And on both sides, there's been that Tower moment, that dark night of the soul. It's bringing the masculine closer to the feminine. And while this could still be 5D, it's dropping down into reality, which is an exciting energy to see. But really what has been happening is the feminines, I'm more feeling, have been sort of letting negative talk get to them a little too much. And that has created this illusion, this sort of, it's never gonna happen, we're never gonna get anywhere. It sort of turned them darker, momentarily, but the conflict within themselves has been leading them to sort of look out at all of the major details, the good things that they're missing. Meanwhile, the masculines are feeling that love energy. They want to come forward with love. Only thing that is the feminines really do need to have trust in this journey. And there is a sort of, the masculines are stepping into their responsibility, into their soul missions, their purposes. Because if they can both fully step into their missions and have trust, taking on their responsibility, leaving the ego illusions behind, there really is a reward. There is divine union in the future. There is a lot of fear coming out on the feminine side. But the masculines are, they're being very understanding. They're in very much a waiting energy. Almost like they know it's not quite time for them yet, but they are feeling motivated. Separation and a lot of the bigger things, the old jobs that weren't fitting are coming to an end. That is what's in the middle of it. And for those feminines who have been, you know, finding out that maybe the masculine you're with isn't theirs, that's coming to an end. Same goes with masculines. If they're with a feminine that isn't their feminine, and but it's really just sort of ending the separation between them and their higher purpose. So a little bit of self-reflection will go a long way with the feminines. They just need to keep moving forward. And they'll find that a lot of the restriction that they felt is really within themselves. And the masculines, while they are getting into a sense of kindness and understanding and harnessing the feminine within themselves, they're really thinking about their feminines right now. I would say it is on their mind a lot. But through this energy, once the feminines are done reflecting and, you know, getting back in union with themselves and their source, and really, you know, focusing on their journey, they'll get their vision back. And while this did come out on the masculine side, there is a lot of growth there for both sides. And I am going to leave that there. I'm going to pull some Mermaid Oracle cards for both of them to see what messages we can get for this next week. All right. For the feminine, we have, I'm probably going to say this wrong, which is Irarama. Breaks down to a 7 from, or not a 7, but a 9, as a 45. It's about voyages. Feminines are really taking an inner journey this next week. And the masculines have been in timeout, in a contemplative energy. And that breaks down to a 9 from 36. That's amusing, they both got 9s. So there is a large sense of mirroring between the two. And really, the thing that is coming about all of this inner journey, the time out, the self-reflection, is 13 breaking down to a 4. Return of Aphrodite. And this is really a return to themselves, return to union within themselves, if you see the 2 dolphins. Feminines are feeling the call, just the call of the siren. 5, creative expression, whereas the 4 is the house and foundation. So it is, they're starting to acknowledge their paths, getting back in on their path, and expressing their unique journeys, whether that's journaling or what have you. On the masculine sides, we have 8 with fertility. All of this time out has really been helping them get closer to their own path. So there's been still keeping up with the mirroring effect. And the funny part is, if you add up 8 and 5, it's 13. Which is 13. The numbers are just amusing me today. So yeah, the closing out message with 31, Coral's wisdom, is, you know, to really just have compassion and, you know, love themselves through this journey. And it may feel fragile and at times in despair, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, whether that's ending up with your masculine or ending up with someone else. It's really just about getting in union with you. And closing out for the week for the masculines is 37, vision, psychic images, and voyages. Breaking down to a 10 or a 1. Coral's wisdom was breaking down to a 4. See, they're starting to feel and sense their feminines. In the way that feminines usually feel and sense their masculines, they're starting to open up to this on the masculine side is. And they may be getting the dreams. And I'm getting the sense that there is more cards. Okay. For the masculines with 19, breaking down to a 10 or a 1, is Atlantis. They really might starting to, with some masculines, they might be getting interested in Atlantis, in sort of ancient civilizations, or they might be getting their past life memories. Because that's been coming up for me as well. Both sides, we have 16, which is reflection. So what you contemplate, you can actualize. That is really just saying to both sides that they can manifest a lot right now. And once again for the feminines, 43, bringing down to a 7. Endurance, keep going. This part isn't good, but I think it was Winston Churchill that said, if you're going through hell, keep going. That's essentially the message for the feminines. This part is hard, but you're going to get through it. And then for both sides, we have the magic of the Colin Druiff, number 9, breaking it down of cycles. And this really is, for me, once again, just saying that they're starting to realize both sides are starting to realize their inner potential. And there has been bumps along the way, but there really is a lot that is coming here. And with that there is a caution on there, which I thought there was. And the caution, I'm getting this sense, is to just be mindful of what thoughts you carry. If you focus negatively, you get negativity. If you focus positively, you get positivity. Still acknowledge those thoughts of, oh gosh, this isn't gonna blah blah blah, but let them go. It's like a glass full of water, and you may be tempted to just hold on to it, but put it down, because that is where you will get the relief, you know. You have to put the glass down once in a while. And also just to remember that, you know, if you're feeling like, oh gosh, I don't know if I want to be with my masculine, and just remember that this journey about is coming into union with yourself. And another card just completely jumped out. And it is 39, breaking down to a 13, or no, breaking down to a 12, or a 3. Vulnerability. Both sides need to let down their guard, be vulnerable, show their heart. It's time to take off the armor. But this is a lot of progress, and often when it feels super heavy, that's when we get the most amount of growth. So, if this resonated, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, or if there's any other types of readings you guys would like to see, please feel free to comment or message me. All right. Have a good week.